Hi, Aquarius. It's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology, and today I'm here to talk about the new moon in Scorpio and the horoscope for you, right? Yeah, and so, with the new moon here, I have the chart up. We see the kite, right? So, what is the kite about? It's about flying, it's about taking your power, and this is why we have these trines here, which can really support us. It's a flow. It's like a solid energy that can really help us. It really can. And a flow can come quickly as well, this or whatever that, is coming out of the trine. And then we also have these sextiles that are part of the kite. And so the sextiles are opportunities, right? Whether or not choose to accept them or take action on these opportunities, or that is up to you, right? But the trine for you here, this new moon is actually happening in your 10th house of career. So the new moon in Scorpio is, what is the new moon in Scorpio about? It's about change and transformation. It's also about us seeing, uh, understanding things, truths, maybe about ourselves, about relationships, can be intimate relationships. It can be anything really. But Scorpio is about what is hidden. It can be lies sometimes as well. But the new moon in Scorpio can really help us see things about ourselves. And as I said, and here's Mercury supporting that kind of understanding or intelligence. Yeah, that's what Mercury is about, right? And so when we see Mercury in Scorpio, it's definitely lifting the veil. And this can have to do with your career. It can have to do with a father figure, bosses, higher ups, or leaders. It's also the 10th house is also how we lead our own house, our own life, right? Personal authority over ourselves. It can be about long-term goals and consolidation of assets, but it's also about really how other people see us, how they classify us in the world, right? So, when we talk about social status, it could be you're graduating from college, you're retiring, you're getting married, or you're getting a divorce. These are all social statuses, right? And there's plenty more there, but this is happening for you in that house. So you're able to see something about these 10th house themes, right? Again, it can be career, right? Mm-hmm. And so the new moon is about power. I said this is about transformation and seeing beneath the veil for sure, especially with Scorpio, excuse me, with Mercury in Scorpio. So Mercury in Scorpio is the great intuitive, the psychic, the seeing what's been hidden basically can be a detective, right? It is a very kind of psychic and seeing beneath the veil energy. It sure is. It's intelligence and intuition, teaming up together, right? The divine feminine and the divine masculine. We can see it like that. But it is definitely, it's also here, this Scorpio can be about intensity, right? In the 10th house, you are seeing something that is very intense, possibly, or dealing with a situation, could be even a career that's very intense. It's going to depend, right? On, basically on the rest of, it's going to just depend on your natal chart, your own natal chart. But yeah. And so also the new moon is in this house. Scorpio is also about money. It's about our power, right? Money has power. So that is the connection, I believe. But this can be about intimate relationships, our money, and also other people's money. And what I mean by that is this can be real estate, commissions, bonuses, inheritances, and it can be. This is the 10th house for you, but it can still talk about that because of Scorpio, right? Yeah, but this is mostly about your career or possibly about how long-term goals or how other people are seeing you here. That could be the case. Maybe you're really understanding here how others are classifying you. Not sure if that's, it's usually not very important to Aquarius. No, Aquarius rules the planet of rebellion over here, unexpected change and, liberation and, all this kind of freedom and authenticity. So you guys don't really care in general as a rule or as an archetype. But your chart may be something, maybe, saying quite differently, possibly because we have so much going on in the chart, in your own natal chart. Yeah. And so, and the trine is coming from your 10th house of career and social status. and it is moving toward right here, um, right here toward, we have the sun, the moon, and Mercury all trining at a perfect conjunction, all trining um, this house for you, Aquarius, which is your second house of money and self-worth. So, Saturn is supporting this house for you. Maybe you had to learn some lesson here. Possibly, whenever Saturn shows up, it can be the stern teacher. But Neptune is there to kind of quell Saturn, right? And Neptune is there to really for me, kind of offer the intuition, the possibly self-compassion, but the vision here, and the imagination with the seriousness and commitment here of Saturn, right? Um, and the North Node is also in your second house of this. The North Node in the second house can be really, you are moving towards your higher self. It can be, this can be about other people as well, the North Node, but here we have, there's something, very favorable for you right here in your second house of finances and money. Or finances is money, finances and self-worth, right? And let's see what else we have here. You could be maybe earning more money here. It's a possibility, and you might be able to see new ways to do that as it is in Scorpio. Yeah, to your second house of money here. There could be a definite increase in your money here, Aquarius. Definitely, because your money houses are being blessed. And yeah, they are. And even over here here, let's see, let's have a look here with Cancer. Um, Yeah, and this is in your house of work too. Jupiter is showing up in your house of work. These could all be money houses, right? You know, showing you kind of, granting you or, blessings here with regard to work, health, or your daily routine. Your lifestyle possibly could be changing, right? And we have Uranus showing up for you, as part of the sextiles and the opportunities. I feel like I talked about that briefly, right? Because of, excuse me, um, Uranus here. Sorry, we have the sextile from your second house of money over to your fourth house of either family, but this can be your emotional, second house can be your self-worth, and here's your emotional stability here. Something could have challenged that. Uh, yeah, and interesting here because it's in Taurus, and Taurus again is about finances. So there's something going on about your money or your self-esteem and your financial stability. There's like an opportunity there for you to to either, do something or embrace change here as well. Yeah, I feel like there's some type of opportunity that will, maybe you have to embrace change. It could be coming in unexpectedly as well. Yeah, this opportunity excuse me, that is helping you with your higher vision of yourself, most likely here with this, maybe your true potential, right? That is what the North Node can talk about. And we also have let's look at from your third house of the mind and, thinking here, we have the trine to your sixth house of daily work. You could have, um, this can be here that something great happens for you here, and Jupiter supporting your work and your work and your health and your daily, your lifestyle even. It could be an upgrade here for you, Aquarius, could be. Maybe you're moving to, a bigger house. This is in Cancer, family. But there is blessings here in this house of work, health, and daily routine or lifestyle. And I feel like it has to do with money or your self-worth because of coming from the second house, right? And you're using your intuition because this is in Pisces. You are. And that's what the Scorpio new moon is also about as well. It's about us trusting our intuition, right? Scorpio is definitely about that because, yeah, so is Pisces. And Cancers can be about your dreams as well. There could be something going on here with the mother, possibly. Maybe you want your mother to move in with you, maybe even your mother-in-law, possibly. That could be going on here. That maybe is supporting your finances as well. It's definitely a possibility there. Yeah, and so, And yeah, these houses, your money houses are being blessed. I feel like I talked about that earlier. And your social status can change, right? Could be really an upgrade for you, Aquarius. I'm not sure what that means, you know. Even your social status even changes if you move from, maybe if you, you know, just anything that's kind of a big change. Maybe you're moving from an apartment into a house you're buying or something like that. That is a social change, a social status change as I see it, right? I feel like it's a jump, definitely. Um, And your ancient ruler Saturn is your ancient ruler. It is in your second house of money. So bringing form and stability, basically, form and maybe commitment here or seriousness, self-discipline even, yeah, to your money house here. But and this is supporting it. And why do I say that? Is because Neptune is in Pisces, and so it is still in a yeah, it's still in a conjunction here with Saturn. They're supporting each other. This is where seriousness and maturity can, you know, or commitment can, or even hard work can really support, you know, your visions, your intuition. They can really support each other, right? Where your seriousness and commitment is supporting your visions and your dreams, and your intuition is supporting your dreams of, you know, finances, possibly your dreams of goals, or long-term goals here with Saturn, definitely bringing your visions and stuff to, not really stuff, but your visions and your dreams, your projects even, right? Saturn can be about your projects here, right? For the long term as well. That is being supported. It definitely is. All right. And this is helping also you to see what's working for you, I believe. Perhaps if you experience financial loss, sometimes, Neptune can bring loss. Interesting thing about Neptune, because it's about transcendence. So many of us transcend and overcome things spiritually. That's what transcendence is. Overcome things spiritually after loss, right? We gain the wisdom as well. And so, yeah, and so, and here you have wisdom showing up in that sixth house of work, health, and is that the sixth house, or this is, yeah, it is your sixth house, Aquarius. Yeah, so showing up for you. So there's some type of upgrade going on for you, I believe. And Uranus is sextiling Pluto, your natal Uranus. I'm not sure if I mentioned that here. It is trining Pluto. I beg your pardon. I don't know why I wrote that as a trine here. No, it is trining Pluto. Let's look at it here. And let's look at here. Yeah, this is trining Pluto. Pluto's in your first house. Pluto's transformation. So there's definitely, and so is Uranus, can be profound change, right? Um, yeah, so I don't know if I talked about that. That is in your first house. And this is, Uranus is in your house of emotional security and also well-being. This can be your self-worth, as I said. But your ancient Saturn is sextiling your Uranus, right? And that is in your second house of work and earned income, not work, but money, finances, and earned income. If you've been doing the work here, Aquarius, on something, if you've been serious and kind of, paying attention, then, there's an opportunity here for you to embrace change. I believe in order for you just to feel better about your life. Yeah, because here is showing up in your fourth house of emotional security. You could be moving as well here. There could be something here. You could have maybe an upgrade with your money or, your finances, definitely. And this could, help you to move and possibly innovate or upgrade your home and family life, or, where you live can be also moving, right? Yeah, definitely. Um, And here we see this, the sextile as part of the trine. Uranus is sextiling Uranus in your fourth house of emotional security. Sextiling, or Jupiter is really doing that from your, Jupiter is bringing benefits and blessings to your fourth house of either emotional stability or, maybe upgrade in your house here. But you're embracing change. There's an opportunity here, but this is kind of, encouraging you, right, to trust your wisdom here. There's something you're learning here about your own lifestyle, maybe how you approach work or health, things like that. Maybe even family as Jupiter sits in Cancer, right? There could be definitely be an upgrade here about self-worth and the sense of you have with your own emotional stability, Aquarius, because it could be you might really even be embracing change or some type of independence and freedom here, possibly with regard how you earn your money, and your goals, your long-term goals, possibly with Saturn here. And so, yeah, and let's see what else we have. Yes, I talked about, yeah, and there's also that opposition is here and coming from your 10th house of career or social status, right? Or how people see you, or possibly how you want other people to see you as well. That could be the case, right? Because of yeah, and so this year there's change here, right? And this is happening in your fourth house of either home and family, with Uranus here, or anything that makes you feel kind of safe and content, because this is shaking up this house here. It is this Uranus here creating change, and could be something that is really challenging here, but it's causing you to see your own self-worth. It is in Taurus. Yeah, there's a lot of themes around like yourself, your well-being, your self-esteem, and kind of things that are bringing you contentment, or things that kind of are making you, supporting your self-esteem as well. And here we have Mercury is letting you see all that is important, and there's change, and maybe are making a decision. Mercury can be about decisions, definitely, about these kind of themes. Yeah. Um, yeah. And so, um, yeah, and this can be an opposition here to improve your lifestyle as well. Could be, I was talking about home and family over here. Um, yeah, there could be a lifestyle change right here because this is in your sixth house. Jupiter blessing the sixth house with this Uranus sextile that I feel like I mentioned here, right? But yeah, and so, you could have an awakening. You could definitely. When we have a Uranus in the fourth house of emotional stability because it's ruled by Cancer and the moon. Yeah, it is. So there could be an awakening here for you, definitely, especially if we see Neptune sextiling Uranus. Yeah, in your house of, of self-worth. So there could be an awakening here that really kind of helps you see your worth, and see, how you can actually move forward here. And lastly, Aquarius, we have Black Moon Lilith showing up in this 10th house of career and social status. And Black Moon Lilith is your shadow side. Yeah, it's everybody has one, and we just have to work on it, accept it, and really see it. But the Black Moon Lilith here in the 10th house, the 10th house is usually something, it's kind of a serious house, right? So, in, the 10th house ruled by Capricorns, a serious sign about, a work, a career, and, and our status, our social status here, our kind of place in society, it can be our even reputation. But Black Moon Lilith, there's some type of, you could be working on your shadow side a little bit, right? The shadow side can be, anything that has kept us in the dark about ourselves, right? That's why it's called the shadow, right? And some of us don't always want to look at it. No, we don't want to face our shadow side, but it's part of, excuse me, it's part of our evolution. And Black Moon Lilith and Scorpio can really show you, yeah, about, maybe patterns you don't like about yourself, things like that. As I mentioned, we all have them, and maybe they are related to your career, your social status, your maybe long-term goals, and how people are seeing you. Maybe there's something kind of bothering you there, possibly from the past. But the shadows always related to the past, right? These are patterns that we have picked up, maybe at home, uh, maybe out in the world, conditioning and things like that, social conditioning. So, could be anything, right? Especially here in the 10th house of social status. Yeah. But I feel like you are learning here about yourself, Aquarius, excuse me, about anything that could have been holding you hostage or keeping you, like having you, making you feel stuck about something. Because This new moon is showing you, it definitely is showing you your power and showing you also, kind of what's important to really see, to see beneath the veil about yourself. Yeah. hmm And you could be really taking the high road here. That's how you seem to be taking the high road in this reading, right? And what I mean by that is, trusting your higher self, right? Especially with Black Moon Lilith over here. You're seeing something, right, about yourself that needs to end, that needs to be like accepted, maybe about the past and, maybe some quality. Just accept it, process it, maybe even let it hurt, but let it heal and move on. That's what I feel like that is what you are doing as well here. Yeah, you're seeing something here, and you are purging over here with the South Node, letting things go related to either intimate relationships or could even be betrayal, possibly here, because you're really seeing a lot here. You are, but letting these could be wounds, family wounds as well, that have kind of, there's an opportunity here for you to do that, that about things that have kind of been like maybe holding you hostage or keeping you not in your higher power. That's Scorpio. The new moon is also about your power. Okay, I'm going to end this reading today. I hope you guys have, maybe learned something here or enjoyed this video. If so, please like, share, and subscribe. It's helping me make the 1,000 subscribers and also, reach the 4,000 watch hours that are necessary. It does really help me. And if you'd like to get a psychic reading, an intuitive consultation with me, I also do those. And Mercury in Scorpio is a great time to do that. Yes, it is. Because this is the season of the seer. Yes, it is. So if you want to get one of those, check out the description box below. You can get an astrology reading with me too. And please like, share, and subscribe. I think I mentioned that. Hit the little bell if you want to be, notified of my next uploads. And I have promotional pricing going on for these intuitive consultations. Yeah, I do. I always check my work, so my work is accurate. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me, and good luck, Aquarius. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.